Look what just showed up in my garage. I'm pretty sure you can see what that says. That's a GenY hitch, and I believe it is a gooseneck hitch as well as my puck system and a chain. That is substantial. Grade 8 bolts, 5/8 inch, and 24 karat gold chains. And there should be a ball in here, I think. I'm sure of it. Not exactly the lightest thing that's ever come on my door. And the locking pucks for it. What we're going to do with this is install this into the truck now, and then the rest of this, which you'll see probably a few minutes, I'll see tomorrow, will get installed onto the fifth wheel. So we can get this GenY Goosepuck system built. Doesn't look too difficult though. The thing I'm not sure about is torque specs on the rear end of it. We'll figure that out when we get there. Maybe I'll call GenY. Lock. The torque wrench. .23 foot-pound. So it says 276 inch-pounds is 23 foot-pounds. Let me see how that goes. No, it's not breaking. I don't like that. This is a inch-pound wrench. I'm going to switch to a foot-pound wrench. Let's try this. That's a foot-pound wrench. There's the brake. Brake. This one's probably out of there because I don't think the inch-pound wrench is right. That's already there. Okay. This thing's a monster. Okay, this side has a drop down into the bed, and they're just there to keep this whole thing from rotating. And it looks like we're just basically putting these on to hold the pin in place. It's not load bearing. And there's actually some give room back and forth, so I'm going to leave a little bit of adjustment if I need to. It's like these guys right here, it's basically like a cotter pin, but I think with this little tab here, it makes it a little bit easier that you can take it on and off, because this might be one of those things you might be pulling more frequently. I'm going to go in here. I can just lift that up, slide it on, flip it over. All right, so this guy right here, that locks down and you spin it. I'm going to lift it up and lock it open. And that actually has a safety pin that goes into it as well as a ball bearing that locks into place for it. So I'm going to put just a little bit of grease on that just to save some stress and some noise, and have you guys help me drop this in. And the next thing will be to get this thing up in the truck. Now it's there. That's body weight. Just because I don't think I can help myself, not knowing, I'm going to see if I can't pry that up. And certainly not. Now, if I take that ball bearing out, then it does come up. You can see what I'm seeing right there. So that's in there. Lock the ball bearing in. And that's definitely not coming out. This guy is in here. Normal pinhole, another 5 inches back, which gives me room for the longer cab for the trailer to turn. This won't turn even though it's on a pivot point, because those pins are set down into the frame that look like holes like that. And safety as a forethought, not an afterthought, we're going to put another pin on top of that guy so that that doesn't come up. So next thing is what we do with those holes. This is what goes in there. So these guys are Curt. GenY doesn't make these yet. These are your safety chain shackles. So I talked to GenY and they said they are going to start making these. They said in the next 2 to 3 months it'll be released, which would be nice because I should match everything else that I've got in the truck. But for now, Curt, which is good products, and this is where your chains mount to. Remember that 24 karat gold chain that I showed you? Because on the gooseneck you only have just the top grabbing the pop of this ball here, whereas a fifth wheel you've got the kingpin going up onto that ramp, if you will, and then a jaw, or a pawl they call them, I think, but wraps around that and locks in. You're not required to have chains on a fifth wheel, but you are required to have chains on a gooseneck. These are going to, that pin comes out. You can probably see down inside of here, there's a certain fitted hole. So this is going to go in one way. We're going to turn it to a 90, and then this pin drops in.
Yep, it broke it off. But it works.
That's grade 5 bolts that sheared right off. Hopefully you can see that. We're not putting grade 5 back on, we're putting grade 8 back on.
This thing? Oh man, yeah, I'm out. Done? Oh, okay, I'll let you do this. I'm gonna waste that.
Okay, to kind of give you a close-up of what we did for pulling this guy down, is this is a grade 5 bolt that with enough torque you can shear them right in half, even just using a regular breaker bar. Not even a super long breaker bar, just regular breaker bar and an impact socket. So that sheared right in half. The other guy gave up anyways. So what we decided to do is the front guys, their bolts are welded to the inside of this Rhino box. You can't get to them, and so Rhino or Lippert welds the bolts inside of them, so you don't have to put a wrench in there to hold them. These back guys, you have to put a wrench in there to hold them, but you can only get your wrench in so far to hold those bolts. So Alex's plan was to loosen these front 3 on both sides, which is spun literally out with an impact. And then we're going to rock this Rhino bolt box down so we can get access to the nut on this, so we can hold it and either unscrew them or shear them off, whichever we choose to. So you want to go ahead and rock that down, Alex? Actually, I got some silicone we can hit that with real quick. Okay. You can get those nuts now, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And we'll just find out how hard those guys are on now. So actually you can get those. So with that, we're going to take the nuts off, try to leave the bolts in, because we don't want to obviously fall on the ground. But we'll see if we can get that done.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I got 66 and a quarter over here.
All right.
So we're okay.
Going. Yep. Yeah, you're in now. We got it in. Okay. It just needs to go back some more though. It's straight? Yeah, it's straight. Yeah, it's good. It's close.
Yeah. Make sure I put these on the right way, because one side is rounded actually, so I want to make sure I did that right. And this guy right here, I can't see it, I can just feel it. See how one side is kind of rounded like a lug nut?
Oh,
the other side is flat.
These, I don't know why these aren't going in. Or it's just a little tougher. They need to be screwed in then, or... Yeah. That might just need to get screwed in.
It's just got to come up a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see if this works. I might have to put a little upward pressure on that to get that one in.
So if you, if you just lower the trailer, then it should.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
up.
Get it up there a little bit.
Yeah. Give it a little more. All right. There you go. You're in.
Well, I'll tell you what, that went better than I expected it.
Good.
Yeah. I wasn't certain.
Yeah.
But I could not have done it by myself.
As long as you feed me.
Oh.
I won't complain. Huh?
Feed you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I got McDonald's out.
Is that on camera? That's for the chains.
Oh, okay.
And that's actually so God is with you while you're traveling. User's guide? Was I supposed to look at that before we started? Yeah. Okay. We are hanging. We haven't torqued everything down yet, but it is off. You can see the weight's off the truck. Everything's on the trailer. We got 6 on each side. I understand the minimum is 4 on each side. Most people get 5 in. We got 6 in because we're just like that. We still got to drive them in and torque spec them. Anyway, we did it, and I didn't have to pull the VIN plate. Brinkley probably figured out, watching the same video as I did, that if they put that higher and then GenY's hitch fit in there, it really was tight. We had to kind of wedge it in, so we kind of wedged it onto the bed and with the block of wood, and then basically drove it on the truck back there, and it squeezed in. I wouldn't want to try to do it by hand. You'd probably have to put some heat on that or something like that to get these 2 forks to spread a little bit. But we were able to slide it in there, and didn't mess up any of the GenY powder coat. So far, so good. I've got a plier.
So that works too, I guess.
You know, channel locks I can get down inside there if I can't get this. But let me see if I can get this guy. I can get it the other way.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I can get this way.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm on it. There you go. Sweet. Yep. Bottom one?
Yep.
This will be the same way. It forces itself up against the rail. And need enough torque to get it off. I'm gonna put just a backwards force on this thing for a split hair.
Now it's spinning.
Yeah, I came off of it.
Can you get up underneath?
Oh, I'm up here. Oh, Jesus.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Look at it's open on the bottom. What's wrong with you people? Well, I'm glad we figured that out in the last one. Go ahead.
Good?
Yeah. It's like almost like they knew what they were doing. 1, 2, 3. No, now we gotta torque them.
That's important.
That's important.
Spec on it?
I already said it as high as it will go. It's basically 158 right now. I think it's supposed to be 160, so I can at least get the thing as close as it can go. There it is. It's about your weight.
Probably pull-ups on it.
There you go.
I'm determined now.
You think so? Okay. I'll get my wrench back on then if you're determined.
Ready?
Yep. There it is. Right, it's all arms now. Okay. At least keep a leg under you. Yeah, I was gonna say, if that tool breaks, you're gonna be on the You don't weigh enough.
I'm gonna eat more peanut butter crackers.
Ready?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. We did top and bottom. We did bottom and middle. So now
I know we need top, front, and then
middle, back.
yeah.
Okay, so let's go to top, front up here then. This is crazy right here. Grade 5. There's no grade 5 on this anymore. Anybody wants some slightly used grade 5 bolts, hit me up. I'm your guy. Right, you gotta take the hook off so you can get the
Oh, okay. Okay, I got it now. Yeah.
chain through there.
That's not bad. Once that guy's in, you just leave it in, right? Once the chain's in here, I mean.
Right, you keep the chains on it. Right.
Yeah. Spare cotter pin in case you screw that one up.
No, I'm just gonna screw this one up as much as I can. Trying to like put toothpaste back in the tube,
yeah,
right?
Something like that. Perfect. That'll do it. Nice.
Okay, you got to put it back in though.
Sure.
Oh yeah, we've been depriving our public of the chain ceremony. Okay, so yeah, come back my way.
More on that side.
There you go. Get a little bit.
One more.
Yeah, one more link. That's about. down into the cross there. There you go. Put that one down in there because you'll have to put that. And then that one down in there. That should drop down like that. So there'll be a little bit of slack in there. And then these guys. Whoops. Woohoo. Well, darn it. That was my tailgate. I'll bring this guy out one. Pretty close. No one's gonna know because the only way you know is if it unhooks.
Right.
And then you start getting pulled sideways down the road. And then these guys can go right here. Well, go right there, get all out of the way. Then drag it across the truck bed while we're driving it in. Cool. Here, I gotta get up there and put some grease on the ball.
Travel down grease ball.
That's right. Just going over a checklist, okay? So you helped me confirm we did torque, torque, torque,
Yep.
torque, torque, torque. Same thing on both sides. We got the chains set up. We got the ball greased, chain latches done. Tools are out of the way. We're plugged in right now to get the power to the trailer so we can lift it. That Y will lock. You'll see that lock. It should lock when I lower it down on it. Probably go up a little bit higher on the trailer to give it enough room to go over that ball, then we'll settle it down. And then this guy, this will drag in there, no problem.
Is that a safety pin? What you gotta put that?
That's got to get hooked inside the trailer, inside the bed.
Oh, okay.
That's supposed to be if your trailer comes unhitched and you lose it, then that engages the brakes on the trailer.
Gotcha.
And so your trailer doesn't go sailing off the road by itself.
Cool.
So, yeah, always have that hooked. And if it has a bolt, it has to have safety chains. And the Kingpins don't have safety chains. Goosenecks have safety chains. All right, I'm going to come back for first hitch
It's exciting.
on a gooseneck or on a fifth wheel ever.
You can add a drum roll post production.
You gotta do that. Okay. So it knows I'm hooked up to something, so I'm going to go to Goose fifth wheel. Okay. Blind spot alert off, incompatible trailer. Yeah, okay, well, we'll figure that out in a minute here. Blind spot alert off. I'm gonna go over here to my cargo camera. And the center line is right on the ball. So hopefully, well, the center line actually is joined up to the fifth wheel, or the gooseneck rather, but it's on my ball anyways. Good. Okay, front's coming down.
All right. Look good.
Moving.
Okay. There you go. Yeah. That's it.
Got a little black trigger.
I think that'll do it.
So let me drop it the rest of the way and put 100% weight in the truck. Okay. A little bit more. We got power cable. You got to get the brake. Okay. So now when it comes out, boom, it locks it. Hooks. Now turn this a little bit for you, by the way. On. Okay. Yep. It's on. Check the tire surroundings. Zoom in. What am I seeing? Oh. The GoPro is sitting right in front of my camera spot, so I can't see my ball. You aimed it so well. You smell like peanut butter.
Professionals over here. Totally know what we're doing.
Yeah, well, that's much better. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh.
Wonder if I could twist that cotter pin up any worse. Let me grab one more pair. There's Alex supervising, doing all the work for me. Doing great. Don't go without your nuts being torqued or your balls being greased.